Okay, hi. This is the latest live vocal improvisation, except this week it's probably not going to be much of an improvisation at all. In fact, there's not going to be much vocal stuff other than speaking in it. Last weekend I did my vocal improvisation a couple of days early because there was a festival, Poetry Emergency, that happened in Salford and Manchester, which was about creative experimental poetry reactions to the current political moment. And it fitted right in with a lot of my viewing this year, which has been various YouTube people on the left. And so there was a lot to think about. I published my instant reactions on SoundCloud. I did reviews of both days, but there's still a lot of ideas percolating, and one of the performances, and I can't remember whose, it may have been Sean Bonnie's, but it sort of kicked off an idea, and so I started writing. And there's a piece that I'm working on, a poem. I don't write a lot of poetry anymore, but there's one that I'm working on that came out of that. So I'll read that. I might end up doing some sounds because it's not going to take terribly long, I don't think. So that really desperately overlong introduction out of the way, let me look away from the camera and stare at my crappy handwriting and see if I can read this. Stride completes breath, breath completes vision, shake on impact, eyes jump, eyes on impact, breath on impact, shake, impact on stride, shake on stride, stride on stride, the yellow gathering, the black gathering, purple gathering, fleet and disperse, impact disperse, boiling periphery, tiny, forgotten, seen but unseen, project into space, impact on space, listen, impact, stride completes impact, breath begins, impact, I can only hear wind, wind is white noise, breath is impact, wind completes stride, wind on eyes, the yellow gathering, the black gathering, the purple gathering, the wind gathering, stride gathering, impact gathering, this is people, this is hotel, hardware store, Turkish barbers, church, vape shop, fireworks shop, this is respite, this is patch of moorland between places, this is social capital, this is absent of content, the content is irrelevant, the stride is irrelevant, the wind is irrelevant, the yellow and black and purple gathering are irrelevant, the periphery is irrelevant, nameless, the name is irrelevant, marketplace of ideas, social capital, if it isn't named it doesn't exist, it has no capital, capital is accrued, capital is relevant, houses are relevant, place is relevant, place is valuable, self invisible, invisible impact, dispersed, dispersed behind, unseen behind, impact behind, an urgent need to piss, an urgent need to stride, an urgent need to make time, to speed up, to see less, an urgent need to stop and piss, to not be seen and understood, to not be seen, to be place, place where self vanishes, where self becomes part of place, outside of time, subject to time, outside of capital, subject to capital, self is not capital, self is accident, self is collision and awareness, mouth fills with colours, colours melt on arms, sink in with a breathless high, whole body prickles, darkening gathers, skin is permeable, eyes are permeable, colours are permeable, stride is permeable, more is permeable, there are cracks, eyes crawl in the cracks, yellow crawls in the cracks, black crawls in the cracks, purple crawls in the cracks, teeth crawl in the cracks, teeth slide into the moors, teeth rattle in the water pipes, teeth rattle in the kettles, teeth dissolve in coffee, self cracks, teeth freeze and expand in veins, teeth pop through skin, capital smears, arms sticky, colours melt, blood, teeth pop from veins and slide down arm, capital seeps out, colours, blood and capital, teeth drop to the carpet, teeth drop to the moor, stride continues, dumb, capital says visible, Capital says tomorrow. Capital says remember and forget. Capital says stride. A box labelled Indonesia. A parakeet labelled dog. A diary labelled tangerine. A key labelled that fleeting moment of panic on waking when you can't remember who you are, what day it is, or where you are, much less what to do. A cup of coffee labelled effort. A book of plays labelled parakeet. A feeling of defeat labelled banana. A box labelled box. Colours sink into the moor. Teeth sink into the moor. Caisson sinks into the moor. Floating caisson. Floating ideas. Floating currency. Teeth ache with pressure. Caisson. Capital. The content is irrelevant. Lead from there to crisis. Lead from crisis to here. To capital. To storm and siege. To sink into the moor. To fight the moor. To fight a box labelled Indonesia. To fight a parakeet labelled dog. To sink and fight. Teeth drop into shoes. Teeth grind against feet. Names sink into the moor. Self is collusion. Piss on the moor. Behind a small bridge across a stream. Piss on the sunken teeth. Piss on sunken capital. Piss on sunken box labelled box. Piss on your own feet. White, orange and green. Negatives. The moor arches its back. The city arches its back. Cracks rush then moan. Capital shifts and groans. The moor yawns. The moor is hollow. Yawn echoes, felt through feet, felt in throat and genitals. The moor is hollow. The moor is hollow, deep and ancient. Capital is hollow. Capital groans, shifts and groans, shifts and scrapes. The scrape and groan transmitted. Feet tickle. The wind sounds hollow. The sky is hollow, vertiginous. The hollow moor resonates, felt not heard. Hollow mud accumulates, roadsides, traffic islands, street furniture, hollow islands, Snake's Back Road and incrustations. Everything simplified to transactional, hollowback, on, tilts and cracks, step, stride is transactional, stride is not transactional, teeth are not transactional, the moor is not transactional. The hollow yawn resonating in throat and genitals is not transactional. Capital is transactional. Collusion is capital. And that is as far as I've got with that. Yeah, I just really didn't have much idea of what to improvise today. So yeah, I read that instead. There will be more of that, and actually some of that has changed, but I don't have the typescript with the changes. So yeah, I think a short one today. I can't see the time. Sorry, should be back to normal next week. Boom. See ya. Bye.